think it's completely unnecessary for you to continue abusing her. I pointed a thumb over my shoulder at the people standing in line. I'm sure these other people have better things to do with their time than listen to you complaining about milk. I know I do. My words didn't seem to have any effect on him at all, because all he did was sneer at me like I was an ugly duckling who had dared to speak to a beautiful swan. All of a sudden, I felt naked. It was like one of those bad dreams where you got up in front of the entire school to give a speech, and then for some irrational reason, you were naked. This was one of those moments, one of those cringe-worthy moments where I wanted the ground to open up and swallow me whole, because that was how he was staring at me, like I was naked, exposed, vulnerable, which wasn't how I wanted to feel when I was trying to fight for equal rights for early morning coffee drinkers in the Java Bean. 0, he said. What? I blinked, completely confused. Was this guy deranged, too? That's how many shits I give about your opinion. With a widening sneer, he started to turn, but I reached out and grabbed his arm. I felt like an over-boiling kettle right now, ready to blow. I was about to kick this guy in the baby maker. Listen here, you're the one being obnoxious and holding everyone up. Just get your damn coffee with no milk and leave. No one was going to miss him. He pulled his arm away from me as his eyes flicked over me like he was appraising a garbage dump. When you can afford to dress the way I do, then your opinion matters to me. Until then, be on your way, baby. Baby? Baby? Who the hell was he to call me baby? I couldn't believe the level Jerkface had taken this to. I'd been trying to keep it classy, but clearly he liked to play dirty. I knew I wasn't dressed anything like him, but there was nothing wrong with what I was wearing. Jeans, a white tee, and a pair of black Converse. Yet somehow, he really did make me feel like an ugly duckling, the way he was staring me down with his piercing blue eyes, like I really wasn't good enough to address him. I maintained my composure as I spoke, though from the unimpressed look on his face, I knew he couldn't care less about what I had to say. I am not your baby, I fumed. You go around acting like you're better than everyone else, but really, you get a kick out of making everyone feel like shit, so you can feel better about your own inadequacies. Harsh? Maybe. But the baby comment had pushed me over the edge. I don't have any inadequacies, but I can see that you certainly do. His expression darkened, and if looks could kill, then this was lethal. Plenty of them. My face flamed immediately, but before my jumbled mind could think of a biting comeback, he pushed past me and strode out of the Java Bean. The encounter with him had definitely been unnerving. The way he'd stared at me with those blue eyes was hard to forget. It was too bad that someone so attractive had such a horrible personality. I didn't like getting into pointless fights, but I wasn't a pushover. Thanks for stepping in. I was trying not to lose it, the server Aria said, shooting me a grateful smile as she tightened her ponytail. Now, what can I get you today? Still feeling rattled, I managed a faint smile in return as I stepped up to the counter. A coconut mocha, please, then I added, with an extra shot of espresso. I would not let Jerkface ruin my day, and that extra shot was a great way to start.
Nick. I was gripping my car keys so tightly in my hand that they were starting to cut into the flesh of my palm. No one ever talked to me like that before, and even though I'd kept a cool demeanor, the mouthy girl had definitely shaken up my morning. Taking a deep breath, I forced myself to relax as I put distance between the Java Bean and myself. That girl had sass. She didn't seem affected by me like most women were. I didn't like her, but I liked a challenge. Girls like her didn't fall into my life very often. Maybe it was a good thing I'd never see her again.
Sky. Here I was, trying not to be nervous. Here I was.